In second place, Auburn chased himself while throwing boxing history in Florida. Bruce Pearl couldn't recall the exact details off the top of his head Thursday afternoon, but he wanted to make sure he had them to share with his players at practice that day. He knew things have been difficult for Auburn historically in Gainesville, FLA, with the program losing 13 consecutive games at Florida dating back to 1996. Pearl didn't quite remember just how tough it has been for the Tigers down in the Sunshine State, especially of late. So, he appreciated the reminder when a reporter pointed out the program's struggles playing at Florida. Read more Auburn hoops. Goodman, Jabari Smith unlocking historic fun for Auburn. Auburn has its fans peacocking through history. Big things. How Jabari Smith, Walker Kessler became nation's best frontcourt. During Auburn's 13-game losing streak, it has scored at least 70 points just once, back in 2010 during a 78-70 loss. During Pearl's tenure, Auburn is 0-4 in Gainesville while averaging just 57.75 points per game and losing by an average of 20.5 points. It's been a tough matchup for us, and we talked about that when we played Florida at home, Pearl said. They've done a good job against us. It's hard to envision this Auburn team experiencing a similarly lopsided result this season, given its 2 losses are both in overtime, but number 2 Auburn knows it will have to contend against history this weekend as it chases its own. Auburn travels to Florida on Saturday for a 1 p.m. CT tip on ESPN, as the Tigers look to snap their prolonged losing streak at the O-Dome and venture ever closer to their goal of an SEC regular season crown. Auburn is 2 games up on Kentucky and Tennessee in the conference standings with 5 games to play entering the weekend. We need to win if we're going to win the SEC championship, Pearl said. I think Tennessee and Kentucky are obviously right there, and we've still got to go to Knoxville, we've got to go to Starkville, and we've got Ole Miss and South Carolina coming home. So, this is an important opportunity for us. Though history is not on Auburn's side in Gainesville, this iteration of the Tigers has experienced success against the Gators. Florida traveled to Auburn back on January 8, early in the SEC slate, and the Tigers won by 12. It was the third of 3 consecutive double-digit wins for Pearl's team to open SEC play. Auburn won that game despite committing 16 turnovers, sending Florida to the free throw line 28 times, and being outscored 21-2 on second chance points and 22-13 on points off turnovers. The Tigers will have a harder time pulling away in Gainesville if some of those same issues pop up again. Auburn is coming off a 14-point win against Vanderbilt in which it sent the Commodores to the line a whopping 32 times in Auburn Arena, no less, and committed 13 turnovers in the second half alone. It's something Pearl knows his team must address if it hopes to continue its upward trajectory as the postseason nears, or else it will risk losing ground atop the SEC standing. We absolutely need to take care of the basketball, and we've turned the ball over a lot at Florida, Pearl said. They do a good job of pressing and speeding you up, and they fly around a lot at home. They play really hard. Obviously, this is a huge game for Florida to get back into the race. Don't forget, they've got some high-quality non-conference wins, and they've got a great win over Ohio State in the non-conference. They've got a schedule remaining that gives them the opportunity to get into this thing with a couple of wins, Auburn included. Tom Green is an Auburn beat reporter for Alabama Media Group. Follow him on Twitter at Tomas_Verde.